What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer, and I continue my win streak attempt today. We're officially on one, but it's only a one win streak, so we got a long ways to go before anything impressive is officially reached. So with that said, who do I want to start with today to try and continue this going? I've been thinking maybe I can start with Thief. I've wanted to build a basic attack focused Thief to really test if the changes made in 1.7.5 to rapidity are enough to make a basic attack Thief good. I have done a basic attack Thief run on stream and it was actually pretty good. So, but it also was a giga high roll. So, also wow, okay, that was a beautiful destruction of that platform. I don't think I've ever seen that. Probably like a pixel perfect thing that I accidentally did and to never be able to recreate. But you know, I always love finding stupid little glitches like that. It's like one of the most fun things for me. Like one of my proudest things I've ever done in Skul the Hero Slayer, it's so stupid, is finding that Joan keeping the orbs away glitch, where you can stop her orbs from summoning if you status her at the right point. I don't know, I just like contributing to glitch hunting. And that glitch is like actually pretty useful too, so I don't know. I feel good about that one. So good about it that I even sometimes do it myself, despite me being very against like manipulation and cheating. But that's mostly only because it's mine. Also, he's back from yesterday when I turned him away, because I wanted to do that first entry into the win streak with my 2 skulls that I won my first game 10 run with. I saw this guy, I passed him up, even though it probably would have made sense to take him. Probably over Gargoyle, though, I don't know. It was like a really solid run yesterday. But now we get to make it up to our old pal Prisoner here. A little bit of luck goes a long way. Now we hopefully get early King and truly turn this run into like a ridiculous high roll of a run, and continue the streak just with no effort put actually towards it, just free win streaks. I guess that's really the problem with Skul the Hero Slayer, is it also is a game of luck, but that's all roguelites, and you still need to be able to capitalize on your luck in a game like this. So I'm pretty happy to get stuff like this, even though some could say it's maybe a little too lucky. I still find it to be like valuable to show that I'm a consistent player, which is basically why I'm doing this. I'm trying to show even myself that I'm more consistent than maybe even I realize. Because that also, was that Forbidden Sword? No way. Okay, it's the dagger. That loss on the rider kind of got me down the other day. Like, that was not a loss that needed to happen. Look how many bone shards we're at now, by the way. Pretty good. I'll be taking that. It's a good item to start with. And poison, sure. Poison's good. Can I get this? Don't think so. I'd have to sell something else. I mean, I have another chance to get that. I probably should have counted before I did that, but oh well, it's not a big deal. Counting there would have allowed me to keep a little bit of attack speed, essentially, because I don't really care too much about the bleed aspect of that item, but the attack speed it gives me is like solid. Definitely would have been nice to have, but I think we're going to be just fine. That was a super low, or not a super low roll. That's like, there's like 2 door amounts you can get at the start of the game, either 3 or 4, and we got 3, so that means we've low rolled our doors, and the odds of us lowering our doors for the rest of the run are higher, because that's how Skul works. So keep that in mind as we move forward. We might have resource issues on this run, so you know, trading the Prisoner for low rolling doors, I would say solid trade on my, like, I'm coming out on top there, but still, you know, low rolling your doors is pretty rough. It's like one of those things that I think a lot of new players who are, or even like intermediate players who are like kind of starting to get the hang of things, I don't think it's something people pick up on often. How important it is if you high or low roll your doors. It can have profound impacts on your run. Shield there was solid, but I'm pretty happy with what I got, and I'm not even going to upgrade my Thief, actually. I'm all in on trying to get this very early King I think we could pretty easily do it from here. I'm not saying, like, leaving this act we're gonna have king or nothing, but maybe Act 2 Part 2 would be a solid place to have king. Okay, we need to do something about this. Get out of here! Who do you think you are? Also, we didn't let him escape. No people get to escape my wrath. Especially people who teleport away and steal money from me. It's like, that's my money, dude. I don't care if it's such a little amount of money, it doesn't matter. I'm taking it. I earned it. Okay, pretty bad room overall. It is what it is. It definitely would have helped if I upgraded the thief, but I'm committed. I wanted to come back here for some reason. I guess maybe I wanted to break that barrel. That might have actually been it, is the funny thing. Like, somewhere in my subconscious, I was like, I have to go back here. I don't know why, but I have to. And I think it was literally just me wanting to break the barrel because I just enjoy it so much. Okay, let me be clear. This is bad. Okay. No! Fuck. This is bad. Okay, less bad. Still bad, but less bad. Oh, okay, it's bad. I think I'm fine. That's copium. But honestly, I do think I'm fine. As long as we get out of Act 1, Part 1, we'll be fine. What a nasty Act 1, Part 1. But, like, this is not the point in the run where I panic. I mean, it's not good, but it's like, not run-destroying either. I've gotten through worse. And that's really, honestly, like, Skul the Hero Slayer, really. Like, it's a nasty game, and it can really fuck you in, like, the oddest of ways. Pain and Despair. I did say I want to make Rapidity. I'll take that. I'll take these two items and see which direction the game pushes me. In terms of, like, if we're doing a Poison run, or if we're doing a Kendo Stick run, or a Rapidity run. We'll see. Both of those are solid options for these characters. Both of them can do both quite well. Definitely got to be careful. I don't want to go into this Yiggy with like too little HP. That could be very bad. That could be like, oh, lost territory. All right, you can stay in the brambles, sir. I honestly shouldn't even go down there. Just let him suffer in the brambles. Wanted to make sure there was no HP orbs left behind. Also, did I open that treasure chest? I did. Okay. I'm really honestly, like, you know, I did say copium earlier, but I'm really not worried. Losing reassembly is not that big of a deal for me these days, because I always take last resistance, and of course I'm going to be taking it here, since I'm going Omega Giga Triard. And last resistance is good enough. It's just like that extra padding that makes you... It's more of a vibes-based thing than anything. It's just nice to know that I don't have to be constantly on the edge of my seat, worrying about losing the run at any moment. I'll just take this, whatever. Overall, pretty good items, can't complain. Like, Pain and Despair and Approaching Death, without even having to roll all the way to Pedestal 5, it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty decent high roll. Though we can't really go in both directions. If you go Rapidity Poison, you're not going to have a good time. So we're going to have to pick and choose which of those legendaries we keep. And we'll find out soon enough. I'm kind of feeling Pain and Despair since that's what I started out wanting to do. I said I wanted to make a Rapidity-based run. But if I get offered a bunch of good poison shit, you know I'm going to be taking that shit. Nothing could stop me. Look how fast our basics are. It's really nice to be this quick with it, this early on. However, our run is weak. As we can clearly see, the run itself on the weaker side. Really wish I had a mutant. Obviously, prisoner swap's kind of weird. Same with King. For some reason, they gave King a magic bleed swap. I could not tell you why. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. But, maybe it's just a disincentivize people from swapping, but it doesn't stop me. I love to swap. And it's honestly not even that bad of a swap. It's kind of like, I guess, kind of like Clown's basic, or Clown's ability, I should say. Like, if you're on a magic-based run, the swap does enough damage with, you know, not considering the bleed stuff. And if you're on like a wound run, the bleed is like good enough on its own without considering the magic damage that it deals to like still be worth it. Like, it's still very hyper specific and kind of odd, and probably one of the weirdest, if not the weirdest, swap in the game. And yeah, as I told you, we had nothing to worry. Oh, I guess I'm not out of the woods yet, but we're almost there. Like, losing reassembly in Act 1, Part 1, while not good, is not the end of the world. It's not as bad as it would seem, because now we just take less resistance and everything's fine. Minus a few core quartz. It's bad, but it's not the end of the world. All right. That is a Manatech gravity generator. We'll definitely take it. Be taking last resistance now. Shyness this early would be unwise. And I would say almost certainly take Collection Desire. Maybe Shyness? That's not smart. Not after losing our reassembly. Shyness would make the enemies hit me as if I had a Gnomon. Okay, we're not upgrading that yet. Upgrading the Thief might have saved me in Act 1, Part 1 even. But like, I'm committed. And I think in the long term, this is the smart move. Early King can lead to insane runs. And despite being an Omega Giga tryhard right now, you know, you guys know my stance. If you don't, here it is. Damage percent. Damage percent is the end-all be-all. I think I was combining damage percent and King for some reason. My brain works in mysterious ways, folks. Wanted to see if that'd give me a gold piece. But yeah, damage percent is everything, and the more damage we have, the better off our run will be. Just, it is what it is. Skul the Hero Slayer is not a complex game in that way. It's very straightforward. You know, you gotta have damage or you're gonna lose. Also, you gotta respect brawlers or you're gonna lose. Never disrespect the brawlers. You will die. Worst mistake of your life, even. Also, let's see if this is a skull room. I think it is. Maybe we get off King here. That is a rare. That's like the highest odd here, I think. That's a rider. And... okay, fine. However, we are just about guaranteed to get our... thing finished, which is nice. Alright, Decayed Heart is certainly pushing me in a poison direction. I'm thinking about resisting it as long as I possibly can, due to, I guess... Let's buy Revenge. Probably the greatest inscription in all of Skul now. And I say that with my chest. It's insane. Don't underestimate Revenge, is all I'm saying. And here's the thing, like, this is something I've been saying a lot, but I think we were just always sleeping on Revenge. Like, it may have always been the best inscription, because obviously 25% extra heal is an enormous buff, but like 50%, like, now that I'm seeing how good 75% is, 50% was probably also pretty solid. Like, Revenge was never even on my radar. Also, Revenge 4 is even broken in its current form. Like, the final form of Revenge doesn't work. And it's still like an incredible inscription. Doesn't look like we're getting a fix either. I think the devs are letting it ride, which is not ideal. I hope they saw my multiple bug reports in multiple avenues. It'd be nice if we could play with Revenge 4. Unless, of course, they silent patched it, which is something they apparently do these days. I mean, I haven't checked. I don't know if I'm going to check this episode, though. As you guys know, as I've said, I'm Omega Giga Tryhard mode right now. I'm going to do everything I can to win. Not really take any super risks. Anything that's not a complete okay, I could take that for reassembly, but that's the Solar Sword. If that wasn't there, I would definitely take the extra damage percent, and maybe we'll get lucky and see it again. But keep in mind, it is still an Omen. As enormously powerful of an omen as it is, omens almost always, no matter how good they are, hurt the run in one way or another. Few exceptions, maybe only one exception. If the Courage Omen isn't an exception, which I'm not even, I don't know if it is or not, I don't think it is, then pretty much none of them are, except for the Mutant Omen. That's my honest opinion on omens. We'll just keep this going. Could take Kobold. You know, I will take Kobold. It's the best thing there. However, we just got the best thing possible here. Early King. Gives us as much time as possible to find cursed chests, but by the way, nothing's guaranteed. Cursed chests are pretty rare. They're hard to find, and they don't ever really get easy to find, so... I've had runs to get like 4 cursed chests. I think that's my record. I got it on stream not that long ago. And I've had runs to get like Bubkus, nothing. And you know, at least Act 3 Part 1 King runs that get literally nothing. And that's a pretty early King. Now this is like a super early King. This is about best case scenario. Like if you got better than this, you must be on the high roll of your life. Enjoy the ride. I think I've at least one time in my Skul career gotten a Act 2 Part 1 King. But that's not common at all. Also, the game's certainly pushing me in a poison direction. It's probably my last chance to grab this. I think I will and drop the Carleon insignia. I don't enjoy doing that, but I think it's what I ought to do. Keep in mind, I am going Omega Giga Tryhard here. So it's looking like we're probably going to commit to the poison route, which is perfectly fine by me. Wasn't what I intended, but it is nice. Unless, of course, I see, like, Evil Sword Kyrian or something, and then I'm, like, full in on rapidity. We'll see. Sir, you are going to get kobolded. There's nothing you can do. And thank you for dropping the vein, actually. It's very kind. I love veins. Evil Sword, please, so I can fucking play, I want to... Okay, I actually missed the discarded syringe. I shouldn't have done that. That's bad that I missed that. Ruh-roh. However, we do see this before the Leona sisters. Ooh, maybe I do neither. I don't know. We could end up doing rapidity based on this. Probably drop a kendo stick, honestly. Oh, I think I'm going to say bye-bye to poison. Call me crazy. Go ahead, do it. I'm waiting. But that's what I want to do. Oh, I should have bought Misfortune. It's fine, though. Well, I hope it's fine. I mean, we have reassembly, so... Or, I mean, last resistance. So, I think we're fine. Like, even if the Leona sister somehow goes badly, which I don't foresee happening. Unless, like, I guess a room before Leona could go bad, and then Leona by proxy goes bad. Oh, I still have this. Oh, I should have sold the other thing. My bad. For some reason, I forgot I had that. Okay, that's a good start to the Omega Giga Tryhard. I'm still on the Omega Giga Tryhard grind, guys. Trust me. Mistakes will happen, but that's part of it. Honestly, like, you know, can I win despite my mistakes? Like I always say, you know, if you guys wanted to watch a flawless run, you'd watch a robot play Skul. But you choose to watch me, a flawed player, who still, despite his flaws, ekes out victories a lot, so... That's the whole point. What do we got here? I'm not going to take that. I'm not... Actually, I might take it... no, I think I'll prefer Phaser, honestly. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. Phaser is kind of... I don't like the teleport on Phaser that much. Blood Sword, sure, whatever. Is there an enemy? There is. Get out of here. Actually, perfect. Get kobolded. Oh, you know what? I took this for the heirloom. Totally, dude. I was min-maxing heirloom. True. True. I just pulled that one right out of my ass. I'm not going to use the ability swapper. However, true. Truers? Where are my truers at? I totally did that on purpose. It was a min-max that it was like 10D chess that I was playing with my 2D chess self. Not even 3D chess. It's like chess.com chess. Ah! Okay, I already regret picking the blood sword. It's so bad. Oh, I keep forgetting that, I don't know why I'm forgetting this, that, King doesn't have a backwards, swap like Thief. Like, I'm doing every swap, like, with the, controls or the input I do to try and make Thief swap work. It's fucking me. Like, you always gotta make sure you're facing away from the enemy and slightly ahead of them with a Thief swap. It's like a really unique swap in that way. A lot of people don't like it. I don't really mind it. I think it's fine. It's actually, in early game, it's like a actually pretty good swap. Late game, it's like workable, it's doable. Keep in mind, if we do lose last resistance here, we can get it back. That's a good thing about last resistance. I did not mean to do that. Okay, this is not good. This is... I was going to try and avoid her for a while, but I guess we're going into Act 2, or Phase 2. Ah. All those wounds. This could actually be a run where we could take, what's it called? Blood Drunk Sword. Because, like, we apply so many wounds. Small skull privilege, baby. That's what I like to see. This is like especially small skull privilege. And King's medium size, so... You know what? At least he ain't fucking Minotaur or Ghoul. Can't believe I just said a negative thing about Minotaur, but I mean, he is fucking humongous. There's no denying it. Even the biggest Minotaur fan would have to admit that. Okay, that missed all of it. Okay, I was gonna get juggled there. Are you serious? Hello, game? That wasn't a juggle. Get out of here. Thank you, Heirloom, for saving me. Rough overall, but rough around the edges is fine by me. Because a win's a win. What's in the box? Bleed? No. But maybe. That's pretty funny. I gotta hand it to the game. That's comedy. Am I in the mood for laughing? I don't think so. I don't trust bleed runs as far as I could throw them. Like, frankly, I'm not a bleed run fan. I've made that very clear. I'm going to take the misfortune. Especially a non-sword skull bleed run, even though we do have wound on this. Skill damage dealt to enemies. This is the opposite of the direction I'm trying to go. I do think this is probably a decent go-getter at this point. It's obviously almost always a decent weakness exposure because it's weakness exposure. I'm going to hold off on taking go-getter and just take weakness exposure. It's not my fault they made it as powerful as they have. Also, let's finally upgrade our thief. I'm willing to commit to both of these guys. Delicious tea, sorry. If I ever stop talking for a long amount of time, I promise I'm not getting lazy. I'm just drinking tea. This is also a pretty good crit item run. I didn't even think about the money throw ability with crit items, but like it's solid. So let's respect the hell out of these enemies, especially Disaster. Disaster deserves the utmost respect. Also, notice we still haven't seen a single curse chest, which is not even really that unbelievable. I'm still annoyed by it, but like, I'd say that's pretty normal. This is hopefully where I start getting some pay off for getting the early king. Oh, come on, really? How? Get out of here. Okay, we have Fulgent on. Well, in that case, pass. I'm gonna go ahead and say pass. Break it for symbolism. It is actually, it's the most the most valuable thing there. So not just for symbolism, break it because it just makes sense, I guess. But I like saying break it for symbolism for some reason. It's like one of the things I enjoy saying the most on the channel. Manatech 5, I wonder if Manatech 3, I don't know why I said 5. I wonder if Manatech 3 has an effect on swaps. Probably not, because it's like, it states specifically skills, and like, the devs are very clear with their writing. Davy Jones, another day, buddy. I do have to eventually use you on the win streak, but it's not today. Not that he'd be horrible here, but I want the bone shards. That's rapidity. I am still trying to do rapidity things. Really going mixed from here. I don't know if that's good rapidity. What's my arms? Arms. Yeah, that's not the kind of rapidity I'm looking for, I suppose. Mana cycle, that could be Prayer of Grace. Mane of the Beast King, come on, dude. Can you show up on a run where I can actually use you, please? I love this item so much. Just never shows up when I need it. What am I looking for, though, exactly? I don't even have rapidity yet, so I suppose rapidity would be nice. I could buy it on the pedestal. I mean, ideally, I'm looking for Mana Gauntlet. What's my mana tech? 1. This is 700 refresh. That's misfortune, but it's not good misfortune. Can I still afford a pedestal? Yeah. Let's buy... Actually, do I don't think I need to buy rapidity because I have the Pain and Despair, which is more than enough attack speed. Let's just keep going. Trust the process. Save your money. Sometimes it's smart to save your money, okay? Also, that's Sin. That could be actually decent Sin. Though I... maybe not, though. There's just so many issues with Sin. It's kind of unfortunate. I wish Sin was better than it is. Sin only exists because people don't recognize the power of mixed damage runs. Like, if people only knew. Truly what they're missing out on, then they wouldn't have, like, people would have such freer builds. Yeah. I'm going to say pass. It's money, though. Can't go wrong with that. Ah, fuck. Brawler. The eternal enemy of my channel. Never ends. Okay. I want to get up here before Fulgent Dawn pops off and wakes this guy up without me being there. That's like one of the most dangerous things that can happen with Fulgent Dawn. Is like specifically that guy waking up is like particularly nasty. Not bad. We can awaken. Wow, we got very early 2 legendaries. One of these is a common. That's kind of fucking crazy. I mean, one of them is unique, so I guess it's, you know, trading common for unique. But even then, I mean, we high rolled very early on, and we kind of have kept that momentum going. Even with some like commons in like Act 2 especially. Or I think it was actually Act 1 that I'm thinking of, but still, like, commons didn't really stop the momentum we got with, like, the very early, Fox NPC and all that good stuff. However, we still haven't gotten to capitalize on our very early, King, which is very annoying, but typical. Okay, he's probably ulting, and he's like the worst one to ult. I would rather let anyone else ult but him. Okay. Not bad. Give me your legendaries. I'll be taking them. Yours? I have some things to say about his legendary. I was actually wrong in the Rider episode about what it does. I thought it worked like, say, like the Omen Sun and Moon item, where it like on 1 HP stops you from dying. It's actually not that. It's actually percent HP based. When you get below 15% HP, then it activates. So his item is actually significantly worse than I thought it was. It's actually not even that good of an item, honestly. It's only good on certain things. And 15% HP is very low. Like, that is a tiny amount of HP. So, I don't know. I had misguidings about how powerful the rookie legendary is. I thought it worked more like the Sun and Moon Omen, but it is just like a worse version of that, essentially. Like, that's why I lost my reassembly the other day. That's why I was so confused. You guys might be like, what's he so confused about? But keep in mind, this is the Haxa channel. I don't read. And even when I'm reading, I know I specifically read that item. I am barely paying attention. So, yeah. Solid? I'll take it. However, it's not exactly easy to fit this. I suppose I could get rid of this, lose courage for a little bit, and get it back soon. We'll buy it on the pedestal. That's why we didn't buy our pedestal earlier. I saw into the future, okay? I knew this would happen. I'm going to let him jump around up there. Also, no curse chests. Kind of unfortunate. But at least we're getting a lot of time to build up our abilities. Like, it's not all lost. It's just mostly all lost, and I'm pissed off, and the RNG's dickhead. I'm so salty. Like, why can't I ever get Omega Giga King runs on YouTube, at least? I got, like, an insane King run that was a cheated run, but still. Oh, wait, that's the run where I got 4. Because we started, I was thinking I did that on stream, which I did, but I brought it to YouTube. I'm remembering now. Anyways. See ya, Blood Sword. Hardly knew ya. This is, like, one of my favorite King abilities. It's so good. Raven's Monarch Feather, I'm going to have to say no this time. Though good effort, I like the hustle. Take the purple flurp. And buy courage on the pedestal. That could be our pedestals for the run. Who knows? I mean, now we have wisdom and artifact thanks to getting this Nether Mana Suppressor. Insane pickup, honestly. Oh yeah, we also need to get our skill cooldown up, which we'll do. Maybe I'll even do that after this instead of going into damage percent. Oh, God. Okay, I thought it was a plate armor for a moment. I was about to not be happy. All my homies hate plate armor. We're getting there, though. As you guys can see, this run's gaining steam. Told y'all not to be worried about losing reassembly in Act 1. A lot of people will tell me they restart when that happens, which, fair enough. You know, it's up to you. But just saying, your run's not over. If you can just get it together, which I believe in all of you guys. I believe you all can do it. You know, you can bring it back from the brink of destruction. Not that we've won yet, but still. Like, we're sitting pretty comfortable. Was that Brawl? I wasn't paying attention to the prefix. Classic Haxa moment. Never watch the prefixes. You're not getting away from me. Also, your friend ain't going to be doing so hot either. However, a missile is coming after me. I gotta keep that in mind. Oh, the landmine. I forgot about that shit for a moment. Not even once. I also never miss a min-max, except miss it just barely. I didn't think that'd kill him, honestly. Can't wait to see how fast this Chimera dies. Commons this late? Get out of here. What the fuck? Why does that happen more often these days? Did the devs change it? I used to say, like, getting a common this late in the run is like getting a unique, which maybe it is. Maybe actually, I might have even said legendary at this point, which I don't think that's true. So, old me was wrong, but it's still very uncommon. Like, once you get to Act 4, it definitely becomes, like, commons become legendaries at that point, essentially. Just with, like, the way the loot system works in this game. Like, see, the odds of finding legendaries and uniques and stuff, and even rares, scales exponentially, and finding commons, like, scales down. So, if you better hope you have all the commons you want by that point. And yes, there are commons that you want. Quite a number of them. Not all commons are bad. Okay, I'm supposed to be trying Omega Giga Tryhard mode. I'm playing Chimera like I'm like day one noob. Okay. What we got? Raven's Monarch Feather again. Can't say I'm impressed the second time around, though I appreciate the moxie. This ain't that kind of run, Raven's Monarch Feather. You gotta show up on a run where I'm swapping primarily as my damage source. I think it's Go-Getter time. Keep in mind, this is really good with Go-Getter. This is, yeah, it's Go-Getter time. This could help me a lot in Act 4. I was thinking maybe save to see what happens, but on Omega Giga Tryhard run, Act 4 is a pretty important time to be powerful. This is probably my kryptonite, if I have a kryptonite in the Dark Mirror at this point. Act 4 executioners are nasty, though we do have a decent amount of long-range attacking. We also have a swap king who freezes us in place for a very long time. Not ideal, but I'm not that worried. Basically, I'm just being extremely cautious, which is warranted. This is a nasty mother hubbard of an act. I'm gonna let him out in a minute. I'm not gonna give him my money though, because it's a waste. Also, 0 cursed chests. At this point, we're under RNG. Like, we're below, I would say we're below the average. I think that's fair to say. I like both of my abilities more. By the way, this is why mixed damage, or, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that! Fuck, god damn you. Took my money. Mixed damage king is like so much better than normal one direction damage king. He does so much better. Like, because king, like, often he'll be like, oh god, I can't use that or this ability or that ability because it's not my damage focus type. But if you're just a Giga Chad and build mixed damage all the time, you can use all the damage types. And also hit both of his swaps. Like, both aspects of his swap are good. Mixed damage is the way. It's the truth and the light. I noticed, by the way, people in my audience are starting to come around, which is really nice. I hope I slowly but surely show everyone the magic of and power of mixed damage builds. I don't think it's too late for this. Definitely not too late. I just have to remember what I'm trying to do and make sure I let all these guys summon their friends. Anyone who can summon their friend gets to summon their friend today. Congratulations. Oh my god, the traps don't count. How could that be? Okay, I'm not pushing traps anymore. Damn, that's so many wasted kills. That's actually that might be bad for awakening this. Either way, I don't even think it's that bad because it did give me rapidity, which I didn't have before. I really wish this could have ended up being a rapidity 4 run, but I think we're past that point. No, I can, with minimum roll doors as well. This is a scary Evil Sword Kyrian to awaken. Come on, give me lots of friend summoners. No more, none of those guys, please. I despise. Okay, it's divine power. I just wanted to watch out for disaster because this guy is like a particularly nasty disaster user. I've gotten owned too many times by this guy with disaster. Fuck! Thank you, Revenge. Okay, I saw an HP orb go into the void. Okay, no! Let him summon his friend. Fuck, Fulgidon. How dare you? Fucking kill-stealing asshole. Stop giving... Oh, I was going to say, don't pick up the parry, please. I don't want it. Alright, madam, you're free to go. We still have the slime. 259. I would be happy with pretty much any one of those. I would be least happy with the, I think, Pain and Despair, because then I'd have to make a very hard decision. And really, I'd have to make a hard decision with any. I'm not even necessarily that stoked on Slime Dupe, because, like, I'm pretty happy with all my items. Obviously, if it was, like, out of control and the dupe was insane, I'd have to figure out something. But I always hate making that decision. Also, that's how quickly, for the record, that you can change your direction and make the thief swap work. As you saw there, I literally did it in midair, like, as I was dashing towards the enemies. Like, thief swap is better than people think, and it's easier to use than people think. Thank God it's this guy. I think I said this even yesterday. I've recently come to not fear this guy as much as I used to. I'm much more afraid, and I've just kind of fallen in line with everyone else. I'm much more afraid of the archer, and I'm way more afraid of the thief. Though archer is pretty fucking scary too, man. They deal so much damage. This guy, I guess I've gotten good at maneuvering around. Like, he used to really fuck me up, but these days it's not as bad. I never liked how much HP this guy has, essentially. That was why I always hated him so much. That's a pretty nasty ult, though. Fuck! That was a lot of damage to take. Actually, both of these swaps kind of freeze me in place for a while, huh? Call me crazy, I'm not going to build into HP here. I'm trying to scale my relevant things. Could have started scaling into this because we got our Nether Mana Suppressor up to 60, but I'm pretty... No, motherfucker! That one's on me. I can't even blame Fulgidon for that. I wish Fulgidon popped off there, though, so I could yell at something else besides myself. Doesn't feel good to yell at yourself. I thought I was never supposed to take accountability on this channel. I thought that was the deal. Like, I don't have a Twitch chat to yell at right now, so... Like, I can be like, Twitch, you fucking distracted me! But I can't do that right now. I think we're gonna get it anyway. In fact, we're guaranteed to get it. Just not before Joan. That's a solid item on a build like this. Could be better than the Pain and Despair. Probably not, though. Not with the Collection Desire. I don't have to break that. I don't know why I am. And... Actually, no, that probably... I think that was better than Pain and Despair. Pain and Despair has the unfortunate, like, problem of competing with Arachna Shrine. That already does more than enough attack speed on its own. You don't need Pain and Despair a lot of the time. It's a nice thing to have, but, like, our attack speed, even without it, would be, like, extremely good. How'd that hit me? That's why I hate these fuckers. How'd that even hit me? Alright, dude. Go ahead and hurt me. Show me what you got. Invisible Knife, even though it's on the wrong dupe slot. That's... I think this was an item room, too. Am I mistaken? No, it's a skull room. Okay, good. Thank God. Well... That is losing. That would put me at 25 crit rate. Obviously, this could go, but I like Revenge. I think we're at the point in the game where Revenge isn't going to be as necessary as it's been the whole time. Or at least as useful, I should say. I don't know if it's been necessary. It's probably helped me a fuckload. Grab that. Let's look at what we want to buy here. Heirloom? Oh yeah, easy heirloom. Right? Yeah. Good enough for me. Heirlooms, like, revenge, but worse. No, stop, stop, stop! Stop it! Oh my god. Motherfucker. Okay, hang on. I'll remember this guy. No, motherfucker! Dude, how'd that one-shot his ass? I mean, we're getting it regardless. I don't even think, like, I've already fucked this up enough. Like, it's possible we could have gotten it before Joan had I not missed so many, like, summoner guys. Like, but, like, we're gonna get it regardless. There's enough statues on the way to the hero to get it. But, man, I have made this harder on myself, huh? Is this what I think it is? It is. That's actually solid. It's actually solid. I don't like how it freezes you in place, though. I'm gonna... Wait, what's its level? 2? Yeah. No curse chest, but I think at this point I'm just gonna have to accept that that's what's happened. Fine by me. Maybe we'll get one on the way to the hero. Maybe we'll get one on the way to John. I know one thing that I'm not gonna let happen to me is anything bad happen to this run because of a fucking disaster. Hard pass. I do not consent. You can't make me. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I should let this guy spawn in. I got my usual habits of, like, trying to avoid fights just because, like, I think it's fun to do that. But, here I 1000% should be fighting as many people as possible. I did not see that guy until it was too late. This is a disgusting room. I need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Thankfully, no Dark Elite. Also, I haven't acknowledged it there. I do see it, obviously, but I'm just trying to focus on getting out of this room before I do that. And... okay. Hit me, goddammit! I will. Don't worry, dude. I got you. Just let me open this. Not having revenge is a little scary now. Maybe we'll get lucky and find, like, Voodoo Doll or something. If I got Voodoo Doll, I'd probably delete, like, this or something. Or this. Probably actually delete this. What's our stats? Yeah, our magic's way higher, thanks to the Nether Mana Suppressor. However, you still have the opportunity, game. You still have the chance to show me the Hope Slasher. Not that that would really benefit me that much. I guess it'd be nice. I could take Courage off the pedestal. We'd have Arms 3, but Courage off the pedestal would be kind of nice. Oh, that's what getting stuck in place by an animation does to you. Also, we still have Kobold. Maybe I take a Quintessence here. You can't stop me. 282, we're gonna get it easy. I could have farmed a little bit on Joan to get it, but I think that actually would have hurt the run, not helped it. Like, it just gives me more time for Joan to do something bullshit and get me, which she's known to do. Okay, respect her. Remember, it's Omega Giga Tryhard. I'm not going for Omega kills or anything. Just trying to win. There's her ult. Oh my god. Now it's time to really treat her with some respect. Okay. Joan doing Joan things. Probably a cursed chest not helping too much there. But we're through it. With very few battle scars. What's my crit? Oh, this is actually a solid Quintessence. You know what? Yeah. We have enough money to buy food here if we don't max scale our H or heal enough on our HP. No, that's good. I'm glad I bought Go-Getter then. Though Cracked Tongue was there. Cracked Tongue might have been okay, but I think that was Cracked Tongue. I don't really generally regard Cracked Tongue in high regard. Whenever I see it, I just like instantly dismiss it usually. Looks like we're buying food, but that's fine. I don't have much else to buy. I think our run's pretty much maxed out. We're also going to get our Evil Sword awoken. I'd say we're getting close to guaranteed win territory. The curse, funnily enough, the curse chest I wanted so badly is the wild card here. If anything gets me killed, it's that. I still think we're fine though. I'll even do this. Here's the kit. In terms of securing a victory and trying to get a win streak going, I couldn't ask for too much more. I just have to play well, so you guys are probably not going to hear a ton of commentary from me. Like, now that the win streak has begun, I feel the pressure. So, gotta get this win. Give me one more curse chest, even though it's not even necessarily a good thing. I'll still take it. There's a chest, and it's a normal chest. Alright, one curse chest. Probably for the best. Curse chests are good for Giga runs, but they're not necessarily good for consistency. Like, they are scary to have. One good ability for the Roadster? Nope. Oh, wait. Why not? Actually... I really don't like bleed, man. It's like a very deep subconscious issue, man. I don't know if that was the right call. One thing I do like is freeze with this item in particular. And just having freeze for like a little utility is not a bad thing to have. Anyway, I gotta focus. It's time. I gotta take this seriously. Probably not swap too much. Okay. Definitely respect that. Ah! I was facing the wrong way. Oh man, I did it again. Mm-hmm. Not bad. We have a troll here. Ooh! Get fucked. Dude, money throwing crit items is like very nice. That's always been my least favorite thief ability, but it's pretty good. But he has like a bunch of good abilities, so you can't really go wrong with the thief per se. He's definitely not an S tier skull by any stretch, but he's like a solid one. He's always been a solid skull. Okay, Thief fans rejoice. Your favorite skull is a solid skull. And he pretty much always will be. But I'll tell you one thing, he wishes he was Clown. One thing Thief has that Clown doesn't is like a really good dash, which is something I talk about from time to time. Also, I'm having a very casual convo while doing this, which I guess kind of goes to show you how I feel about this fight right now. GG's. Was that hitless? That might have been hitless. Nah, well, actually, maybe. I know I took a hit on the air. Wait, I still have all the shield, so it definitely was a hitless. Yo, let's go! What the fuck? I wasn't planning for that at all. Wow, okay. Well, if only I could do that in normal mode and finally get that pesky achievement. GG's. Win number 2. Down. Feels good. However, it's only the beginning, I hope. But a lesson to all of you guys. If you lose reassembly in Act 1, at least if you know what you're doing, you know, I know, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I guess this is kind of a point I'm trying to prove, at least a little bit. I'm a very consistent and good player of Skul the Hero Slayer. If I do say so myself, I'm not the best by any stretch. I don't think I am. Trust me. I'm just trying to make people understand. Like, all of that LeBron James of Skul stuff was a joke. I wasn't serious. But I do think I'm good at Skul the Hero Slayer. So if you're not at like a level that I'm at, you might be better off restarting, because reassembly is very important to have. But also keep in mind, Last Resistance is a really nice tool as well. Oftentimes, especially if you don't find a good curse, you kind of find yourself having 3 Dark Ability Syndrome, where it's like, these get me where I want them to. So, like, what do I do with this 4th one? Well, sometimes that can be Last Resistance, and there's really not too big of a penalty for it. All that said, solid run overall. Crit items is probably the strongest archetype in Skull. I would say. I guess there's certainly like new archetypes that could maybe outshine it. I tried a relic run on stream, which I haven't gotten to try here, and it banged hard. But I also had the cleric legendary, so I don't know. I don't think it's the best archetype. Just wanted to point that out. What else is there to say? I mean, win number 2 in the books. Just kind of from the get go. Except, well, actually, Act 1, Part 1 and 2 were pretty awful. But as soon as we got out of Act 1, the run was pretty just off to the races. I made some decisions that I feel pretty proud of. Excuse me. Knowing when to get off of like the items that we got, like getting off of the poison stuff. When I saw this item, that's the kind of decision making that I pride myself on in Skull, where like, you know, a lot of people still don't seem to get that mixed damage runs are very good and you can very easily utilize them. You just have to know when and where to do it. And as soon as I saw this before Leona Sisters and I was trying to build Rapidity, I was like, okay, well, we have options now. Sadly, we didn't see Mana Gauntlet. That would have been like one of the best things we could have seen, if not the best thing we could have seen. Obviously, Invisible Knife and Crown of Thorns was actually doing pretty solid work, I believe. So this is like a kind of, people don't like this item very much, and I don't like it that awful much, but like with Go-Getter, it can do some work, and especially when it's 2 of them, it's pretty solid. We got rid of the discolored dark quartz for it, so didn't lose out on much, except Revenge, which Revenge 2 is a pretty hefty thing to lose, but if you have it leaving Act 4, as long as you're confident against your hero fight, you don't need Revenge as much in the hero fight, which I'm confident in my hero fight, but I don't know how others feel. What else? I don't know. I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this new kind of step in a different direction for the channel for a little bit. Trust me, we'll go back to run request. Things will go back to normal. I just want to get to a point where I feel satisfied with my win streak. Like, this is for me, basically, but I hope you guys enjoy the ride, too. I just want to show how, I want to prove to myself and my fans how consistent I am at Skul the Hero Slayer. And I feel pretty good about my odds here at getting a good win streak. I'm not going to say what I think I can get to, but in my head, the number's pretty big. But obviously, at any point in any run, I can make a mistake. I can get like a disaster Dark Elite in a corner that summons 3 of his fucking flames in one little spot, and it lands right on me and instantly shreds my HP. Shit like that can happen in Skull. And it's a pretty nasty game in that regard. So as confident as I am, it's a thing that could come tumbling down at any moment, which I guess makes it exciting. But put another tally on the board. We're now at 2. And hopefully tomorrow will be 3. And we'll find out then. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.